Hey everyone, I wanted to show you my pink gloves. There's a guy at my shop who got this box of pink gloves and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have those. So he gave me a pair to wear for today's pour. So shout out to Derek at the salon. Thank you very much for my pink gloves. I need to get my own box. I really like them. So in the spirit of pink, I've been wanting to do a pink pour swipe, pink and gold. So today I'm going to do that. And I just decided as I was coming back in the room that I would like to throw some brown in there. So I'm grabbing a brown right now. I've got my chocolate brown by Arteza. Dries darker than what you're seeing here. They all do. So I've got chocolate brown by Arteza. I have Liquitex Rose, Liquitex Basic Rose, that I've added some iridescent medium to. I just mixed up some of these colors so they're a little thin, so I'm not really sure how they're going to work in the swipe. But this is, what is this one? I've forgotten already. This one is Arteza Bubble Bath. So just a really sweet light pink. I want this to be pretty mellow. I'm going to use white to swipe with. I hope I have enough. I might have to stop and mix some more. This is Coral Berry by Colourarte. It looks orange, but it has a pink color shift to it when it dries. So I'm going to throw that one in there because it is one of my favorite colors. So yeah, I'm going to swipe with white because I want to keep it really soft. No harsh stuff going on. So I think I'm going to turn on my overhead light. Sometimes I don't like it because it gives too much glare, but I think I'm casting shadows here because of the side of the table that I'm on. Okay. Not all of this is going to be in the frame, so as I go, but you'll get to see, as I get to the middle. I'm going to do my freestyle swipe today, so I'm just going to kind of be winging it on the swipe. And that inspiration comes from a number of different people. Jessica Winterstrom is one of them. I love watching her. She's a goof, and I just love what she does. She's very creative. The other one is Amanda from Crystal Coast Originals. Love her also. Where I first got this idea for swiping like this was from Kathy Miller. So those three people are like my main people that I draw inspiration from. Oh, and Jody Flynn, of course, because she's the queen of swiping blooms. And blowing blooms. Anyhow, let's get started. So I'm going to put down, I am swiping, I was holding one of my, this is a playing card. That's not a good one to show you. My playing cards. I'm going to start out with the bigger full-size ones and then go from there. Because I'm swiping with white, I want to make sure that I end on a little bit darker note. But all of these should be showing up, so. But I'm going to start out with my brown first because I kind of want that to be in the background. All right. So this one is going to be similar to one that I did that a lot of you saw and commented on. Thank you very much. The Beachy Vibes Swipe one. I did not do a video on that one, because it was kind of a new way of me doing something, so I just kind of wanted to have the quiet and be able to concentrate on it. I feel a little bit more confident now with the way I'm doing this, so I can't get that white over there. Are you guys seeing? You're not seeing that anyway. Doesn't matter. All right, then I'm going to go in with my darker pink. Because again, I'm swiping with white. I like drippy sides. So in my beach one, I wasn't able to get, I got good sides on one end, but not on the other end. So I left more paint on the canvas this time, and I'm also going to be spinning this one. So hopefully I'll get some cool sides. Okay, and star of the show, 24 karat gold. All right, let's get the white out. And I'm just going to put my white on a piece of photo paper so that I can just go to it real fast. So I'm going to put it out in about the width of what the card is. And I'm going to dip my card in it. Like that. And let me do the first, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but I'm going into the gold, which is about halfway, and I'm giving it just a swipe that is kind of like a fanning swipe. Oh, who's the other girl that I really like that I get a lot of my inspiration from too? Let me think of her name. Tina Sacco. Sacco, I think it's Sacco, S-A-C-C-O. I love how she does her, she does it with a palette, but she does really cool swipes. And I wanted, you know, I want the pink to be dominant in this, but I really want the gold to show up too. So I'm going right next to that one, but I'm not pulling out right next to it. I want to leave some negative space in between the swipes. Sorry I haven't done a video in a few weeks. I just have had a lot going on this month. So starting here into this middle of this gold, pulling out, and just go with the flow. That's why I call it freestyle, because you can basically do whatever the heck you want. It's up to you. And then when you see the design, then you can go back and, you know, do I want some in there that are closer together? Do I want to leave it kind of light and airy, which I really wanted for this? They don't have to be the same. They don't have to go in the same direction. That is completely up to you. My advice is just to have fun with it. You know, what it's all about in this bloom swiping is getting the consistency of your paint correct. So getting it to do what you want it to do, and that is all about the products you're using and how you're mixing them. It all goes back to that. My white is really good right now, so that was another reason I wanted to use the white, because sometimes you don't always get the same. Even though you kind of eyeball it, measure it, and you can go back in and thicken or thin it out. But yeah, sometimes the batches just come out better. So I'm using titanium white for my cell activator. We call it a cell activator because it is what creates the cells when you swipe over. Pull the other colors over. And you're doing a very light touch. You want to pull some of those colors down, but what you're trying to do is slide that cell activator over. Pull those colors out and slide that white over those colors. And that's what gives you your cells. It's pretty. I'm going to be much happier with that brown when it dries. It has a really pretty dark brown metallic to it. It's just really pretty. I use it a lot in my beach pours. Okay, I need a little bit more white. I'm going to do one more swipe on that side, and then we're going to flip it over. Another reason to use a turntable, even if you're not going to spin it, is just so you can flip your paintings easier. And I wiped that card on the sides just to get the extra paint off, but still be able to use it, because it'll help with the paint flowing on the other side. So let me back this up. I'm going to spin it around, and we'll do the other side. All right, are we in here? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, I'm liking that so far. Really pretty colors. I'm going to get a new card, just because when you swipe a few times, like you're doing a whole side like that, the card can get a little bendy from wiping it off. So I'm going to pick up, you guys probably can't see this way over here, but I'm going to pick up that gold, and I'll show you in another, when I get further down. I am going to be swirling this in the middle, just like I did the other one. So I don't have to worry so much about getting a perfect center. I try to go not butt right up against the previous. I am running out of white. Let's see if we can get all the way through. You don't want to butt right up against the other swipe that you did, which I've done already on the two of those, but I'm going to mix it up here. Okay, I'm running out of room to clean my card off, and I'm out of paper towels in my office, which I didn't check before I started. So, okay, you're cleaning your card after every swipe. And as you can see, especially with the white, sometimes you don't always get, the cells don't always come up right away, but as you can see, they develop. So they're definitely coming through down here, opening up. There's no hurry when you're doing this. Just take your time. Try to be focused about it, and you know, if you have to take a few minutes to step back and think about where you want to do your next swipe, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's do one more big one, and then we'll see if we want to do some small ones. I'm kind of liking the negative space right now, so I may not do any small ones. But if you want to do small ones, you're just going to be cutting your cards smaller. I've shown that in other videos. And who knows, I may decide I want some in this one. I've got a few big gaps here, but sometimes those look cool when you swirl them. So I think I'm pretty happy. I'm going to go ahead and spin this. But I'm going to have to move the camera set up to get the camera away so we can see the spin. So hold on just a sec. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I think, let's see if I can get you guys more. I didn't check if you were in frame or not. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and spin. And spinning helps open up the cells. I've been trying to get bigger swirls and bigger cells. So I really wanted to spin this today. I did not spin the other one. But I want to give this a spin so that I can get those cells bigger. I wasn't able to really I didn't have enough paint to really tilt that other one, so all right, a couple more spins. Oh, and by the way, this is a gallery wrap 12 by 24 gallery wrap. So I've got enough paint on the vertical edges, but not on the sides. Actually, this side looks good. That's what happened to me last time, though. I didn't have enough on that side. So let's see if we can get some paint moving over there and just get some drips off that side. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got a few. Still not going over the edge. I must have had less paint on this side than the other sides. So let's give that get those sides wet, and maybe that will help. Oh, okay. I'm going to tilt just a little bit more. All right, good. Got some design on that side. So let's go back to the center with it. Just tilting right now. Thank goodness this is staying on the Lazy Susan. And you can see if you tilt in the same direction if you go back in the same direction, you're going to get those cells to open back up again where they were kind of wonky. So there we go. Now, really happy with these colors. I love this corner down here, which I'm hoping when it dries, this corner right here, that's the coral berry. And oh my gosh, is it pretty. I'm going to have to do more with that one. I was wishing there's more popping up, in the middle, but I think there will be. I think I'm just not seeing it yet. Okay, where do I want to go with this? It's really pretty. But I feel like I still want to do something with the center. I'm going to pause you guys for a second while I think about this. I'll be right back. Okay, I've made up my mind. It's not going to be swirls today necessarily. I'm going to be doing some work with my skewer. I don't usually do that a skewer on canvas, but it seems to be working okay. So what I'm basically going to be doing is breaking up some of the cells in the center, but not totally. So I'm just picking and choosing places to draw kind of the design out. And when you break up those cells, they kind of give a leaf or a flower kind of look to them. So I'm just going to do some of that. I might do a swirly cue here and there. But I'm really kind of liking the center. So I don't want to mess it up too much. Did you see how that skewer, you know, kind of skipped across? That's why I usually use a paintbrush. But it's okay. I like the kind of organic feel to doing this type of work with the skewer. I feel like it makes it have more of an organic feel, if that makes sense. And I'm just kind of going with what's already there. Wow, these cells keep opening up. And that other color is just popping through a little bit. So pretty. Just going to give a few little swirls in there. Not a whole bunch. In fact, I'm not crazy about that one. So let's do it again. There we go. I want to take one, slide all the way down. And I'm going to connect that one there. So I see a lot of people on Facebook asking, how do you know when you're done? And my answer is, you have to learn to edit yourself. So for me, my aesthetic is less is more. So I try not to overwork paintings. But what I usually do is I'll do some swirling and using my skewer. And by the way, I usually say this in my videos, but for me, it works out better if you spin first or tilt first and then go in with your skewer, because you're going to end up with cleaner lines. Your lines are going to stay clean. You could still spin this after you did this, but the paint isn't going to move very much because I've already gotten off the extra paint. So it's just a cool idea to use your skewer or your paint if you're doing this type of process after you spin. Get some of that paint off of there. All right. Now I'm just going to go in and break up some of these cells. Anyhow, back to how do you know when you're done? You know, it depends on what your aesthetic is, but like I said, I like less is more. So I'll stand back, turn the canvas 360, look at all angles of it, decide if you're happy. When you stand back and look, instead of doing, and then you've overdone. So do a little bit, stand back, see where there's places that maybe could use some TLC a little bit more, and know when to stop. It's okay to stop and not do every single inch of the canvas. Your eye needs a place to rest. So it's good to have some busy and then some calm. And I'm really not liking that swirl now because the rest of it is no swirls. So now my decision is my eye keeps going to that, and I don't like it. This is what I'm talking about right here. So I either need to do another swirl, break it up, which is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to get a paintbrush because I want a bigger pull on that to mess it up. So I'm just going to go through it and mess it up because I like everything else. Everything else to me right now is done. So I need to just go through that and pull it. Much better. Much happier now. And that will go back together. I'm going to give it one more spin, and then I'll bring you guys down for a close-up. I'm still not sure about, there's a couple, this right here, but I'm being ultra picky too. So, only because I have two of them, they're like two blank spots there, but I really like that swirl in the center. What can I do to, it's the bigger one that's bothering me more than the little one. So let's give it, I haven't done anything here, so I'm gonna mess it up. Like that better. I'm not crazy about that double line I just put in that other one, but like I said before, if you're 75% happy with it, leave it alone. And I am happy with this. When that center dries, it's going to be really pretty with that gold in there. All right, so let me pause you guys and bring you down for a close-up. You got to see this one close-up. All right, here we go. And for a closer look at those colors, that's that coral berry corner I was talking about. Really subtle lacing going on there. Pretty cells out here. And that gold, you can't see it right now, but when that gold dries, it's going to give everything a subtle shimmer to it. That's what I love about the gold, 24 karat gold by Decoart. So there it is, finished, full view. And please like, share, and subscribe if you've not been to my channel before. I would appreciate the subscription, and hit the notification bell so you get all my videos. And you guys have a great week, and I'll see you on the next one.